All right. Welcome to the Way to a Great Marriage cast. I'm Tony. This is Laranda.
Hello.
And Laranda has
Laranda.
a song from Miss Omi. That's her mother that she wrote years ago. And so this is dedicated to Miss Omi. And so Laranda is going to read one of her songs that she wrote years ago.
Yes, always try to sing them if I know the tune, but I don't know the tune to this one. Hold on. We're coming back.
I flipped her.
Our stand went upside down.
Oh. Okay.
We got it?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't even have a name to this song. So, one day as I was walking down a lonely road, I thought I could carry my own heavy load. Then I remembered what the preacher said, "You must be born again, child." Then I looked up and said, "Lord, please forgive me for all my many sins. Come into my heart and cleanse me within. I want to be a Christian and walk that narrow way. So please, Lord, save me. I pray to you this day." Now, as each day passes, I feel him in my soul. Jesus is all I need to cleanse and make me whole. His spirit dwells within me as I serve him and obey. I feel his spirit in joy as I begin to pray. Oh, that day, that blessed holy day, when Jesus came and washed my sins away. Now, if he's knocking on your heart's door today, ask him to forgive you. Get on your knees and pray. So this was inspired by the Holy Spirit, written by Oma Shepherd. And this is what it looked like that I found in her book. And it was written 2/9 of '07. Thank you, Mom, for writing that beautiful thing down that the Lord gave you.
I have to tighten that up.
We're wonky.
We're wonky
We're
today.
wonky today.
We like it up higher, and I got it up higher, but then it's wonky.
What about, can you scoot it back? Like back towards the...
I'll try, but
Yeah,
it's probably
that-
going to go wonky.
Is that better?
And now I'm getting your phone getting, okay.
Okay.
I don't think so, but anyway.
Okay, well,
Will it please you?
no, it doesn't. I just didn't know. I didn't know what you wanted.
Okay, anyway, let's get started.
Hello, everybody.
No, we already did that.
Oh, sorry.
Tonight we are on roles people play. This is probably the most interesting part of the book. We've been going through the Love is a Choice book. It is part of the Mayo Clinic. 3 doctors wrote this book. They seem to be Christians, but anyway, anywho's the roles people play. We in this chapter, we find the complexity of interpersonal relationships. The person who grew up in a dysfunctional family, the person whose love tank is low, unconsciously shifts those complex roles around, seeking to recreate with the persons available at hand the original family dynamic, the original family pain, the original family situation. This time around, the problem will be mended, the pain eased, and the situation corrected. Yeah, right, they're being sarcastic. It will not be, but they hope, that is the hope subconsciously, that they are trying to replicate the family of origin. We've been talking about this. But now we're going to talk about the roles that were played. They play a role in their new family as they did in the family of origin, the same role, trying to make it work this time, and then get their love tank filled this time, and they wind up not getting their love tank filled and being frustrated.
Right.
And so that's where many of us are.
Love tank empty and frustrated?
Yes. the need to help, the need to fix things up, the need to be everything to everyone. Those are some codependent behaviors that people exemplify. The effects of codependency on family roles. If they aren't altered, they destroy happiness and peace with God. In other words, if you don't heal from these roles, if you don't remove yourself from these roles, or learn how to not play these roles anymore, it's going to affect. It's going to destroy your relationships, your happiness, and and your peace with God. The first one is the hero. I think we all can understand the hero. The hero is the fixer upper, the glue man. And to me, I think that I actually told my sister one time, the Bette Midler song, "The Wind Beneath My Wings," and
Love that song.
and to me, my sister was always my hero. Sorry. And because of all that she did for me. I was a sickly child. I had allergies most of my life. And she went to and got a doctorate degree in naturopathy to be able to help me with my allergies.
Yeah.
And so, needless to say, she played the hero in our family. Uh, uh, Even though she escaped
Yeah.
early on. She took the escape hatch when I was 3.5, but she was many years older than me. She was 12 years older than me. She was more like a mom to me than my mom. So I know she listens to these.
And he loves you, sissy. That's what he said.
The scapegoat, most of you know this as the black sheep of the family. I remember we didn't have any black sheep in my family, but I remember my mom's family had a couple.
Yeah.
It was more. It kind of reminds me of Uncle Cecil and Aunt May and your mom's family.
Yeah.
There was they were either really extremely religious, or they were black sheep. They were perfectionists or black sheep. It's like they took their pick, which side of they wanted to be, white sheep or black sheep.
Yes. I have those in my family.
And so God rest their souls. I think they're all dead now. RC, mom's brother, would come to the house drunk, and he would throw up in the bed they slept in, and she'd have to clean his sheets and all of this, and he was he just basically went from family to family, and anytime he came, he was looking for money,
Right.
and that sort of thing, and his son turned out to be a wonderful Christian man that tells people about the Lord. I really appreciate him. We discovered that we both. I don't know if he turned me on to the seed sowers, or if we realized that we both had the same calling.
That's awesome.
Then there was Rook. I always said Rook was a crook.
Rook was a crook.
But he was the same way. This first time I ever saw anybody drinking, he would come visit Mom, and then but he would go out, slip out to his truck, and go around behind the garage and drinking a beer. And I went around there and I saw him drinking a beer, and I didn't know what it was. But he couldn't stop drinking long enough to come visit Mom. I'm sure Garnet was a little bit the same way. I think Garnet's still alive though. I'm not sure, but and then Ed's the one I told you about, like the popcorn.
Oh, yeah.
They were all alcoholics. My grandfather was an alcoholic. My mom's mom, and so that made it hard on the family because of his alcoholism. It developed this codependency where you have these black sheep in the family. Basically, the black sheep to get attention. All of these are attention-seeking characteristics. The hero becomes the hero. They make straight A's. I know Sissy was probably, I know that she gave a speech to her graduating class. She may have been the valedictorian. I don't know why she gave a speech to the class, but she told them all off about how that they had treated her badly because she had moved from changed schools her senior year, and they had treated her really poorly. She graduated, I think, 6 months early to get out of that situation too. I went, I had experienced a similar thing when I switched schools too. But anyway, each one of them is to get attention. The hero makes, straight A's. They don't give their parents any problems. They do everything to help the family and that sort of thing. They may even, get a job and take care of the family and that sort of thing. But they're all attention-seeking things. The scapegoat or the black sheep is the same way. They are acting out to get attention.
Sure.
We've experienced that. With some of my kids. And growing up, they acted out to get attention.
Sure.
Then there is the mascot. The mascot is the black sheep with a white reputation. The family clown. There we go. And so I don't know if you or I think of Daryl Edgington. Most of our encourager coaches are the mascots.
Yeah.
They're people pleasers. They love they want to encourage people. They want to act silly to that's the way of getting attention. That's the way of getting to people to like them, is to be the mascot. And then
I made straight A's too, though. So.
And then we have the lost sheep. The lost child makes the perfect hero in a classic Western or romance novel. The loner who keeps his own counsel, constantly, unbearably, and doggedly nice. And so, and that's not all of them. There are some. We'll run into some more later on, but we're still, the whole chapter is about this, but that's in that section of the functions. And so then you have the shifting dysfunctional family roles. The above roles occur in every family to a limited extent. If you don't have enough family members, I guess you can't have all of them.
Right.
You got to take on two. Okay?
I know.
And are magnified. Katie, let's see. We got Katie, me, you, and Annabelle. They can take on the 4 different characteristics. Okay.
We got the 3 outside too.
True. Are magnified by codependency. These are generated by codependency itself. In other words, they are taken on because of being codependent. The next one is the enabler, and I think most of you know what the enabler is. I'm pretty sure that they wouldn't be watching this, but even so, nobody would know who I'm talking about. We ran into an enabler yesterday at lunch. When we were going out, her daughter is an addict, and she gets out of jail, and she comes to live with her, gets a pet, and they can't let her live with them because she has a pet. And so what does the mother do? She rents her an apartment.
With her pet.
For a full year, it must be in her name. So we're doing her credit or she signed the lease with her so she can get the apartment, I'm sure. And she's living in this apartment. The lease is up in February, so she's providing her a place to live until February, while in the meantime she's using drugs
and not really staying
She's not getting a job. Yeah. She's not functioning. or
Yeah.
anything like that.
She's not a functioning addict for sure.
Even right,
Mm-mm.
and so we have that is that that nightmare. The enabler, that's what the enabler does, is basically bankrolls the addict so they don't have to do anything but use.
Right. This is true.
So
And you don't know you're
think
doing
of
it.
that way. So, yes,
You
and
don't
it's
know
very,
you're doing
it's
it.
very hard to draw the line. You know,
Yeah.
like I said, I used to have, you know, ex-wife that would want me to come over and like hang blinds or change the electrical outlets and those kind of things, and she would sit on her laurels while with her friend when I was doing it, and I would be like, well, I will come over and help you do this if you. I will show you how to do it,
Right.
and then you know, and then you can do it, and I can make sure you're doing it right, you know, and that way you're not enabling somebody. Somebody's actually learning how to do something, be able to take care of themselves eventually.
Right.
You know, we were separated,
Right.
you know, and I was just helping her out, and
That was
she
nice.
asked me to come over and hang the blinds, and I did, but then I was thinking I should have let her hang the blinds and maybe tell her how to do it,
And maybe not even go. I don't know.
maybe not even go. But anyway,
I mean, is that
but
enabling?
but to me, you know, I was wondering, am I enabling her by going over there and doing it for her?
Probably.
Yes, I was.
But that's just, you were just being nice. So.
But lots of times we do things out of niceness that really enable people. Well, she said that she bought her food and stuff like that. So lots of times, you know, we feed the homeless and that sort of thing. But in a lot of cases, we are, you know, people. The more that they can get people to pay for them, the more that they can use that money on drugs.
Exactly.
And so I don't know. There's a fine line between helping people that feels good whenever we do it as a hero, as a the codependent hero in the situation, but really we may be enabling the individual, and so we have to be careful and want and see, you know, what we're doing, if it's enabling them or if it's you know, in things or not. And so the let's see, then we have in
She wanted to go in your lap so bad.
in the enablers additional suit of roles. So is this placenter?
Mm-hmm.
Placenter. Maybe I should read that one because that one doesn't sound familiar. I don't
Yeah,
even
read it. So
know what it is.
let me see again.
Placenter. Placenter?
Placator.
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 A placator.
Placator. A placator.
Even a very small child can adopt the placator role. The placator is going to make it all better somehow.
Is that a fixer?
Well, it's a placator. It's like in what was that movie, that show that Braden loves with that's mythology.
Loki or
No,
Loki.
it's not Loki. It's it had the guy that I look like that was James Bond in it. He's a half horse, half human.
Oh yeah.
He's a placator in that.
Okay, I know. What's it called? You said it's a kids movie, teenage movie.
A teenage
something
movie.
and the something.
Between the two of us, we don't have a whole brain.
No.
Okay?
No, it's a little boy's name.
But anyway,
Yeah.
he played the
He's
placator.
Yeah.
In that movie.
Yes.
And you guys have no idea who we're probably talking about.
I bet you do. It's a teenage movie, and he's made several of them, and there's even been a cartoon about it. And his dad is the guy in the sea.
The god of the ocean.
Yeah, what's his name?
My
mind is like.
We need to go get checked out for
No. Absolutely.
See if we
not.
need to go to the nursing home. The placator, though, that's what his job was.
Yes.
That's what he was.
I understand.
He was a placator.
Yeah.
The placator is going to make it all better somehow. He might distract and heal by being a clown. He often
Percy Jackson.
Percy Jackson.
Thank you.
Yeah, Percy Jackson, and now for Pierce Brosnan.
Yes.
Now that you've ran that sentence,
Yes.
I can fill in. Pierce
Absolutely.
Brosnan plays the play satyr in
And
Percy
Aquaman
Jackson.
is.
No,
No.
don't go talk.
Okay, sorry.
He's not Aquaman.
He's not Aquaman.
And so he is often the hero. The play satyr knows what words to say to reassure siblings, soothe mom, and get around dad. A born negotiator. The play satyr recognizes in advance the waves that might rock the family boat and tries to steal them and make even use an occasional white lie to keep the family friction to a minimum. Then there is the martyr.
King Triton.
No.
Triton.
No.
Got the
That
staff.
is Aquaman's father.
Oh, okay. Doggone it. My mind is still going, y'all. Sorry.
Okay, martyr. This is the role I play in my family of origin. I think I just figured out what Rhonda's was.
What is mine?
The mascot.
Yeah, but I'm a straight A kid too, so I guess I
The
would be a
hero?
mixture. I'm a hero and a mascot, all the same thing.
I don't know.
Yeah. That's what I've been.
Okay, the martyr will pay any personal price. What?
I went, thumbs up.
Okay.
I'm liking.
Yeah, Bailey's not watching tonight.
No, she's at her cousin's.
I guess it's Terry that's watching. And she's
Hi,
being
Terry.
quiet. Of course, it could be Tim or it could be
Tim.
Brittany. But anyway,
Hello.
the martyr will pay any personal price to alleviate the family situation. The martyr sacrifices time, energy, and happiness to keep the family together. To try to get the dependent to quit drinking or shooting up. He will stick it out for 100 years and go to any extent to make things work out right. By right, the martyr means the way the martyr wants them to. She will bum out or go nuts or both. The only thing the martyr will not be able to do is make a difference in the dependent's habits. And the reason I said the martyr instead of we have the victim here too, but the martyr instead of the victim was because of my illness whenever I was growing up.
Yeah.
I kind of felt like I was taking on the punishment of the family by doing that, I guess.
But what about
Yeah.
me? I was born sick too.
Right.
Had 2 major surgeries, 3 and 6 years old, and was sickly.
I could also be the black sheep of
You
the
could.
family too.
We can be several different things.
You can play several of them.
Yeah.
The rescuer. Rescuer is going to salvage the situation, whatever it is. The rescuer will get the second job and pay the bills. He will bail out the dependent, hire the attorney, pay the estranged teenage child's rent.
Oh no.
Do the jobs that would otherwise go undone. The first glance, the rescuer and the martyr seem to be one and the same. They overlap in some ways, but in other ways they are separate. The martyr's actions go far beyond rescuing. The martyr's frame of mind is sacrifice. Give more, deny self, and ignore the cost. The rescuer rescues. His frame of mind is hurry up this immediate mess up. Cover it up, minimize the damage, get this behind us quickly. And the martyr, I can tell you from experience, will go years and years, decades if they have to with these people. Never give up on them. Anyway, the persecutor. I guess I'm finally starting to give up on people.
You probably won't.
Well, no, there's a couple of people I've said they'll never change.
Right.
even
you
though
have sinned.
yeah.
Yeah, you have sinned.
So I guess that's healing on my part.
Yeah, it is.
To
Praise
some people,
God.
that's not, but
Praise
but
God.
on my part, that would be healing
Yeah.
to be able to say, we can't help certain people because they don't want help
Unfortunately,
and they will
yeah.
never change. And so the persecutor, persecutor says it's all your fault.
Oh boy.
The persecutor lays blame liberally everywhere, but on the self. He tells all the family members exactly what they are doing wrong and why they are not have not achieved perfection. I wonder if that makes them a perfectionist.
I think so. I
The
think that's
persecutor
probably
is
people in my
not a
life.
pleasant person to be in the same country with. Let's move to Canada away from this person. Okay. No, I
Exactly.
guess to Mexico.
Canada or Mexico.
What is that? Belgium? Is that where the Tucker Carlson recommends?
Oh.
This go? They say Europe is really nice.
This time of year.
They have infrastructure. They haven't spent all their money on endless wars.
Is that what this is?
Yeah, they were talking about how nice some of these countries were overseas.
Oh, yeah.
The victim. Oh, pity the victim.
Oh, pity that victim.
Oh, poor victim. He didn't ask for any of this. The victim could be happy if only all this weren't happening. He is the soul most to be pitied because he is so very nice down inside that none of this is deserved. This role is not to be confused with the actual victimization. True victims usually do not perceive themselves as victims in this intensely self-pitying sense. So this is all subconscious. You don't realize that you're playing this role until you read the book.
Right. And there you go. Oh no. What am I doing?
How do I overcome this?
Yes.
The professional rescuers.
Who's that?
Oh, that's Terry one.
Yep.
Yep, it's me. I fit several of those.
Me too, Terry.
The professional rescuers. I guess they get paid for
Professional.
for bailing people out. You know, like maybe loan officers.
I don't know.
And that sort of thing. But anyway, so the roles you play, and then God and sunglasses is the next section. I don't have anything. Oh, here I have something more. No man can see the full extent of God, but when the whole of Scripture is absorbed and examined, there emerges the multi-dimensional picture of a wonderful master and lover beyond human understanding. Even as he demands, he understands. He loves faultlessly, guides perfectly, and reigns absolutely. Actually, they quote John 15:15. More than servants, you are my friends. When your best friend is God, surely you want to know him the best you can. And so
love that.
That concludes part 4. So
your best friend is God.
So we can pick up on part 5 tomorrow.
All right.
Yes, that's the problem is human beings can't meet any of these needs that or fill this love bucket that we're trying to fill. And the only way that it can be filled is through God. The empty hole that's in our lives, created by codependency, the only thing that can fill it is God. We try to get other people to fit in the hole, but it's kind of like hitting a round peg in a square hole. It never fits. Well,
right.
I guess if the peg's small enough and the square big enough.
Big enough. That would be, but then there would be so much open
space. But then
space.
there's still some open space.
Yeah, all the way
filled
around it.
by God, right?
Exactly. What Jerry said.
A rescuer, that's me.
Yeah. I'm about 4 of those, Terry. So all mixed in. So So.
Yes. How many kids do you need?
Yeah.
I got a couple of dogs you can rescue.
Absolutely. We
Yeah.
got 5
We got a German
dogs.
Shepherd and
Pit bull.
and a hound dog. Of course, they'd eat your chickens.
Yes, they definitely would. We do not. Robin doesn't need anybody's to help him eat the chickens.
They would gang up on the chickens.
Yeah, they would gang up on the chickens.
They would be tearing down
The chicken house.
The chicken
Oh
houses to get
no, that would be terrible. I wouldn't want that to happen.
Okay, so we ask that you like, comment, and ask questions. Thank
Like
you to
Terry.
for
Thank you,
setting the
Terry.
example tonight. And then we need you to subscribe because some of our content may not be seen by non-subscribers, as YouTube does not like the topic of marriage or Christianity or anything wholesome.
And I have actually shared, or anything wholesome, shared things on my Facebook, and lately I'm not having a lot of likes on my Facebook. What Terry say?
I got 14 eggs today. Wow.
Woohoo!
That's more than a dozen.
That's awesome.
That's almost
That's
five.
more than a baker's dozen.
That's getting on to be almost $5. today.
Yeah, that's awesome, Terry. That's great. But so we liked, share, comment,
Subscribe.
subscribe,
Yeah, and then
hit the ding 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 ding
notifications.
So when we come on, you can watch and harass us and give us some
live.
good questions.
I'd rather you do that than to make comments. We had one guy said that I needed a mic. It's because I had the air conditioner on in the other room.
And then we had the fan on.
If you want to make constructive criticism, like turn off your air conditioner, man, I can't hear you.
I can't hear you.
That would be constructive criticism.
Yeah.
But telling me I need a mic, that's another thing. I think you guys can hear me here in this echo chamber that we're
It's in the basement, concrete.
But when I move out there, which I'm going to do a podcast later on tonight out there, you may not be able to hear it. I did have started shutting off the air conditioner so that you can hear. But sometimes we like, what was it yesterday? You turned off.
I turned on the fan because I was burning up, and then nobody could hear, so he got up and turned it off while I was singing one of Mom's songs.
Thank you for the like, Terry.
Yeah, thank you, Terry.
And then we for some reason the last 3 days we haven't got any views. I guess everybody is enjoying their family for the holiday.
We hope so.
And I hope that's the case. If you are, maybe you'll watch this later.
Yeah.
And then
You can still comment,
you can
even if it's later.
Comment later.
Yeah.
And so with that, I haven't turned on my handy dandy egg.
We love our
So-
little
so
song
you
at the end.
So you can hear it.
Yes.
Okay.
Katie likes to be here on our laps when we do our song.
Yes. So with that, we say
Good night, until we meet again. Adios, au revoir, I hear you say till then. And though it's always with sorrow to part, you know you'll always remain in my heart. Good night, sleep tight, and blessed dreams for you. Here's a wish and a prayer that our dreams come true. And now till we meet again, adios, au revoir, I'll say.
Good
night.
We love you.
And don't ever forget to do after we love.
Friends, there you have our show, hit songs and fashions through the years. We hope we brought you some pleasant memories.